Welcome to the Heart of America Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Media Day. We're very excited to hear from the Benedictine College Ravens. Let's go ahead and start with introductions. Jaden, go ahead and introduce yourself. Name, hometown, and year in school, please.
Yep, so I'm Jaden Temme. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, and I am currently in my 5th year here, so kind of a super senior here.
Yep. Coach, how about you? Name and years you've been head coach there at Benedictine.
Ryan Moody. We're going into our 12th season, Tyler, as a staff here at Benedictine College, and excited for it.
Coach, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about Jaden and his importance to your program.
You know, Jaden's been one of our guys for the last 5 years, a very special player and very special person. Played as a freshman, did not redshirt. He's actually the super senior comment. He's using his COVID year this year and came back for that 5th year of competition. Has played consistent, is a great leader, and is a big piece of both sides of the ball for us in our program. And I think the biggest thing he brings is he's smart and his leadership skills. You know, he's a positive guy in our locker room, does a great job of mentoring young guys and helping our program move along. He's got some really exciting stuff going on in kind of off the court with his degree and businesses and things like this. So just a great representation of what a student athlete is at our college.
Yeah, very good. Jaden, let's kind of talk about that. What's your major and what are some career plans for life after basketball?
Yeah, so I finished my finance degree last year, working on a management degree this year, and then kind of a minor in entrepreneurship. And for sure after school, I don't know yet. I'm trying to really focus on my last year of playing college basketball and trying to enjoy every second of it, but got some stuff on the side working on, trying to start a couple businesses. And so, yeah, that's kind of my plan so far.
Tyler, can I brag for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jaden got an award through our entrepreneurial school, got a grant and has started his own business back in Nebraska that I'm not smart enough nor qualified enough to explain to you. But he does have his own business already. And then just recently was named to Kansas's 30 under 30 for young entrepreneurs. And I'm not exactly sure of the name of that award, but something that we're really proud for Jaden and shows how hard he works off the floor.
No, it's great to hear. I'm glad you shared that. Jaden, let's talk about, basketball as well. How excited are you and your teammates to, get started as things get going here in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, we're really excited. We've been stringing together some really good practices. Honestly, I think I can speak for the guys. They're ready to start playing someone else, kind of tired of beating up on each other, but we've been making a lot of progress and the guys are just itching to get the season started and start with these games. So.
Now, Coach, I know you lost a lot of impactful seniors from last year. You've got Jaden back. Who are some other returners that are back this year?
Yeah, good question. We did lose, a lot of guys that have played a ton of minutes for us over the last 4 years. 4 starters, 3,000 point scorers. And you look at that on paper and you're like, wow, they're going to take a step backwards. And I guess time will tell. But the biggest thing for us is we had some guys kind of waiting in the wings, that because of use of COVID years and 5th years and things, we had some guys that were in our minds scheduled to play that didn't get their opportunity because guys came back. And of course we wanted those guys to come back. But, for us, it all kind of starts with our bigs this year. We've got five quality bigs and 4 of them are in their 5th year here at Benedictine. Jaden, Tyson, Hunter, Tyson Cathy, Hunter Schneider, and Joel Adize. And those will be our go-to guys, down low. We added Gavin Terhark, a transfer that's a 6'8" big as well. So we feel like we're really solid at that post position. And then, returning guys that we're excited about, it's all of them. Ahmad Lewis, Braden Belt. These are guys that kind of been waiting their turn, waiting in the wings. Jake Thompson kind of waiting his turn, getting an opportunity to get out there. Zach Schwinn waiting his turn. So, we're not necessarily young, but maybe, the experience level of game minutes, that's where we're lacking. And, so we're trying to recreate as much of that in practice as possible and excited to get these guys out here. We're going to learn. I think there's going to be some speed bumps, but when it's all said and done, I think this group has a chance.
Coach, how much are you looking forward to this unique situation of having some guys now opportunity to play? How excited are you to see them grow and see them out on the floor?
I mean, I'm probably not as excited as they are because it's actually their turn to get out there. But we've seen them, Tyler, over the last 3-4 years, in practice every day and in the minutes that they get, like, we know what they're going to bring to the table, so that's why I think there's a sense of excitement, and then the combination of all of our new guys as well, bringing in some fresh blood, and it's kind of made us slow down in the way we're teaching and getting through our things, and I think that's been really beneficial. So I'm excited. It's we'll see when we get out there and start playing. I think that experience is a valuable thing, and I think that as we build through the beginning of our season and then into our play, I'm excited for this group.
Yeah, one question kind of off the basketball floor, but your campus had the unique opportunity to host the president of Hungary recently. How cool is that, and how did that opportunity come about?
Yeah, that's a great question, Tyler. You're doing your homework, clearly. The president of Hungary visited Benedictine College. She was actually in a meeting in Rome with some Catholic legislators and some people that are high up in the church, and had asked about colleges in the United States that aligned with her values and what she was trying to put into her presidency in Hungary. And Benedictine College was one of the ones mentioned. And so she didn't come just to Benedictine for clarification. She actually came to speak to the General Assembly at the United Nations. And on that trip, she diverted and came to Atchison, Kansas, and visited with us. And I think she visited one other school in the United States on her way back, but really cool experience for our school, for our students that got a chance to meet her and visit with her. And on a side note, which you probably didn't even know, but we actually have a player, Bence Duca, a new freshman who is from Hungary. And so he got an opportunity to meet her. He's a dual sport athlete in football and basketball, and presented her with one of his jerseys, and got an opportunity. And I think one thing was really funny that he told me, or that I heard happened, is right before they met the president, one of his fellow football players leaned over and said, "Have you ever met your president?" And he leaned back and said, "Have you ever met Joe Biden?" So it was a pretty cool honor for him to do that.
Yeah, no, that's great. It was neat to see the videos and images from that. So very cool opportunity. Jaden, let's kind of stay with that same theme of campus. You've been at Benedictine for quite a while now. Talk about the campus and really in general what Benedictine means to you.
Yeah, I think I'll go on the record saying that we have one of the best campuses in the heart, and you can see that just walking through the campus. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. And Benedictine it's a second home for me. I mean, spending 5 years here, it kind of becomes that, but it really is a place that I love, and I love coming back to, and I love being here, and I have family here, and it's been wonderful for me.
Coach, the Heart well as well. You've been around now, a decade as a head coach. What will it take for your squad to reach your goals this year, and hopefully move up the Heart standings?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and pretend and say that the Heart's the best in the country, because we don't know that, right? But I know that we're a really formidable league. The move to one division in NAIA basketball has really changed the dynamic, and has, I think, improved the brand of NAIA basketball. And I'm glad that the Heart is one of the top conferences in that brand, right? That is accelerating the level of play, I think, at the NAIA level. So to answer your question directly, the Heart's just brutal. I mean, and it's grueling, and there's so much physicality, and there's so many good athletes and such great coaches, that every year is a different year. There's not a whole lot. Last year, I think at the end of the season, we were the second conference in the country RPI wise, as a league, not just, individual teams, but as a league, meaning the second toughest conference in the country. And I think that plays out because from top to bottom, there's no off night, or there's no easy night. You don't get just a breather. And I think in some leagues you do. And so, I think that's a credit to coaches. I think that's a credit to the schools that are in our league that have invested in basketball, and to the players, of course. So for us to move up the ranks, Tyler, it's going to be just day by day. I know that's coaching cliche, but it's process, and we've got to be better today than we were yesterday. And we're going to grind like that through the non-conference season. And then once we get into conference, and I think if you're too concerned with where you're at right now, or you're too concerned about what we're going to be, then I guess down the road, and we're worried about March, like, it just gets you off track. And so, we're prepared to battle. We're prepared to go through the schedule. We're prepared to we know it's going to be hard. It's facing that adversity and moving on. So I just think it's day by day. This is a good group. They practice super hard. I think that's a huge step. How many great practices can you string together at one time to get yourself ready? And these guys come every day. We haven't, it's another kind of cliche or in term, but we don't have an energy vampire in the gym. They're all bringing it every day. They're supporting each other. I love our culture. I think guys like Jaden are a great example of it, that we pick each other up. We really like to play an unselfish style of basketball, and this group's proven that they want to do that as well. So we're excited.
Awesome. And last question for you, Coach. You talked about it just now, but we're asking every coach the same thing. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Heart of America men's basketball?
Grueling. I think I said it a little bit earlier. I think that it's a grueling, brutal league that with travel and the games and the athletes and the coaches, I think that you have to survive. I really think that's the biggest thing. You got to survive. So we're excited for the challenge. I know there's great coaches and great teams out there, and we're lucky to be in the league, and we're excited to go play.
Awesome. Well, great stuff. Jaden, Coach Moody, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck this season.
Tyler, thank you, man. Have
Thanks,
a good one.
Tyler, appreciate it.